Wow, that was amazing. My story is extremely different. So a really different, a whole wide range of perspectives here. So I was an artist. I guess we all kind of come from these creative backgrounds that are difficult to earn a living at. But I did that for 10 years, and part of that was that I got my master's degree in Mexico. And so, you know, like all of us, we all have our own journey to sort of figuring out that there's a reason why we need to be a little more concerned about waste, and living in Mexico was a big influence for me, because when I came back I kind of had reverse culture shock, like, what, we buy things and throw them out? And you know, nobody does that where I was living in Mexico. It's just a different culture and a different economic situation, but I was really stricken by the amount of waste happening in the States when I got back. And then so I moved out here and I got engaged to a wonderful guy, and we set about planning a wedding, and I was horrified throughout much of the process at this huge contradiction. It was a really beautiful thing celebrating our love, and then it was also a lot of consumer decisions having to be made at every step of the way, a lot of money spent, a lot of feeling like, is this worth it, is it wasteful? And I felt very torn, because part of me wanted to have a beautiful celebration. I love parties, so, and then part of me, and to do it nicely and entertain people, and part of me felt like, this is terrible and wasteful and horrible. So from that, the idea for Recycled Bride was born, and so this is where the story becomes extremely different. So right around when the business was launching, I launched it with my husband, and then we decided to get a divorce, which was very ironic while running a website called Recycled Bride. Humbling beyond belief. And we still run the business together, and we're the best of friends. And I knew nothing about the internet. Really, all I knew was how to write an email. But he had run his own internet company, and I had kind of looked over his shoulder a bit, and he said to me, you know, I think you kind of have a talent for this. And so, starting my company, we had just enough money to get the website up and running, and then that was it. And it was all kind of thrown in my lap, and I was alone and divorced, and how am I going to ever pay rent and make this work? And plus, I don't know anything about this. And so my days were spent working, and my nights were spent studying, and sleeping didn't factor in very much. And I very quickly became really, really fascinated and excited about the things that were happening online and the possibilities for the business, and that I could actually make something happen that was reducing the amount of waste in the world and relieving the financial burden of this whole wedding process for a lot of women. And it started happening very quickly. So I built the business through blood, sweat, tears, and social media. And it sounds like for both of you guys, a lot of things kind of fell into place. Well, nothing fell into place for me in the beginning. It was just...
That's the quick story.
Yeah. It did.
It sounded really... We're only at 10 minutes.
Yeah. Nothing made sense, nothing worked, nothing fell into place, and I kept pushing through it, motivated by some combination of inspiration and fear. And
that's the only way to do it.
Yeah, it was hard. And then it started working, and then we launched Recycled Tyke for baby and kids stuff with the same idea. And now we are, and I'm skipping parts, but it was about a year until there was some kind of turning point. And in that year, I rented out my couch. I don't have a car. I have anything to be able to stay focused on the business. And all of a sudden, things sort of started to turn. And usership went up and money started coming in from various sources, and I found that I had learned, all that studying had paid off, and I had learned enough to manage it and grow it and make the right moves. And so now we have about 200,000 unique visitors a month.
Wow.
Yeah, and it's great. We have a lot of big partners, big advertisers, and I'm working on recycled style with potentially a significant investment, which means a marketing budget and a much larger platform. And also, you know, the bridal thing is kind of niche, and recycled style has the potential to be, well, we're hoping to kick eBay's butt. I mean, that's just, but you know, that kind of scale. So that's the goal, that's the dream. Scale it to that level and to give women a way. I think the bottom line of the business, and I know I'm jumping around a bunch, but is that we've all got closets full of stuff, and it's great to buy products that are green and that are made sustainably and that are made from recycled or eco-friendly materials, but the greenest product is the product that already exists, and we've all got lots of stuff, and we're not going to stop liking nice stuff, so there's no reason why we shouldn't buy and sell it amongst each other in this online community to save money, save waste.
Like sisterhood of the traveling.
Yes. Totally.
It's
yes.
so smart.